Welcome to KenKenReviews. I'm KenKen, Mr. I'm Gonna Watch, so you don't have to. And this is the review for Aliens, Romulus. You got this far. That means you want to know something. And I'm gonna tell you more once you hit the subscribe button and let's discuss.
This place gives me the creeps.
What the hell is this?
I don't know.
What the fuck was that? Young?
Stop playing around, man. Just get up.
I'm not playing around. There's something in the water.
What do you mean there's something in the
I don't
water?
know. There's just something in the fucking water. Run.
While scavenging the deep ends of a derelict space station, a group of young space colonizers come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe. If you know, you know, the Xenomorph. The same ultimate being that's been terrifying us since the late 70s. And as I like to call her, Auntie Xeno. It's a young, fresh cast with a few surprise pop-ups, but these young folks, I can say, hands down, they got a bright future. Kaylee Spaney is awesome as Rain, and she really comes through with the display of terror, courage, heroism. It's Weaver vibes all over the place. Sigourney Weaver would be proud. David Johnson plays Andy, and I would say he is MVP of the family outside of the aliens. He's the source of heart, intellect in the whole film. He's our resident synthetic. As you know, the franchise always has to have one. And he does a good job playing both with the personality switch-ups and all that. It was a very good performance. It's a small cast and we have upcomers like Archie Renault, Isabella Mercedes, Spike Fern, Eileen Wu, and the legendary Ian Holm. The production offers an excellent blend of CGI and of course practical effects. Everyone knows Aliens, the whole franchise is famous for its practical effects. The animatronics return to its best, as with the franchise and the Xenomorphs, and it was just fantastic. Some CGI in there though, trash. But we move. The Romulus space station makes for a great setting, pushing that eerie, claustrophobic aura that we found in the past series. We're introduced to these new bad boy weapons, these machine guns that have auto aim. Listen, I'll take two. Thank you. Those made for some wicked action scenes, and it was excellent to see them to add to the weaponry of the franchise. I definitely want to see more of them guns. Alien Romulus is a solid entry, and I loved it. It worked as an excellent bridge connection between folks that love the scary, all-out action part of the franchise, plus the narrative, more focused lore storytelling that we've now come to know. It brings the nostalgia of the old films and the new narrative of the new films. Alien Romulus cleverly combines eerie tension, excitement, and stunning visuals without delving unnecessarily into like, oh my god, blood all over the place. Like, in fact, when you think about it, there's barely any blood. They don't focus on the gore. They just focus on the jump scares, the excitement, the drama, the suspense. It works so well. What I loved most about this entry, the ovipositors take center stage. Yes, you're confused. You're like, what's that? The facehuggers. These guys were active. From swimming to sound detection, we got to learn a lot more about them this time around. They starred heavily through most of the best scenes of the film, as opposed to, you know, the usual where they make a cameo, they jump on the egg, one hug face, and that's it. There was beer in them. And they were on smoke. I loved it. My screams in the cinema would have told you otherwise, but I loved it. Alien Romulus is a tight-knit ship, pun intended. And when I say that, I mean it's a small cast, meaning there's not just a crazy amount of people and there's just beyond necessary kills or nothing like that. There's few kills, they're creative and they're effective. And for that reason, it adds to that energetic horror display that they were going for. How many times have we seen the chest burst? About 1 million times. Who knew these lot could make that exact same scene look even better? I mean, the X-ray thing was genius. Rook's inclusion in the story, it was a nice touch, but his CGI, jeez, it made it unbearable. I just wanted him off screen. Rain pulled off the badass Ripley kind of energy. She handled herself in the action vibes. It just proper worked. And it took us back to that, that time where, Ripley is running things. She can carry the mantle. Kaylee can carry it. I reckon she can. Overall, it's a return to basics and what we've always loved about the Alien franchise. Yes, we like the lore-seeking stuff in Prometheus, Covenant, and those films, but sometimes just put folks in a trapped situation and let the aliens cook. Let them do their thing. This one is definitely a clear fan service entree, and they served it up well. You could tell Fede Alvarez is a genuine fan. He tells a story of when he saw the original. There was a little scene with kids running from one of the aliens, and he always said to himself, if I ever get a chance to make an alien film, I'm gonna make it about kids. And he did it. Speak some truth into your life, man. Come on, man. He honed in on the core elements of what we love, and he delivered. It wasn't too long in regards to runtime. I think it was the perfect amount of time. Pacing worked. It was well put together. It's not the greatest story. It's pretty straightforward. It's more just basically survive, and the stakes weren't that high. It didn't feel like, oh my God, aliens gonna be let loose on Earth, and what. There wasn't nothing like that. It was just these 6 characters having to survive this alien. Wasn't a fan of the ending. It was a bit abrupt. I wish there was a little bit more. They left us with something, but it didn't take away from it. Not too much anyway. The final act did up the creepy levels though. There was some madness in there. And I don't give a neck what anyone says. I want to see Rain again. I want to see Andy again. I want to see Freddy do his thing. This is a recommended watch. Did you enjoy this entry? Isn't it about time the facehuggers got their screen time as well? Did you prefer this format of Aliens? Or do you prefer the Prometheus stuff where they talk about the law and so on and so forth? If you enjoyed this review, be like the facehuggers. Wrap it around my neck. Squeeze. And like, comment, and subscribe. Show that facehugger love, man. Support the channel. Let's discuss.